Hello guys, what's up? This is the only follow-up video I will make about the recent situation, but I wanted to make one because I just wanted to clear up some things for everyone coming to my channel, both new and returning. Yeah, so again, this is my first time recording something like this live, so this might be a little bit awkward, but to be clear, this is not an apology or exposed video. This is just a bunch of things that I actually have been wanting to say to my audience and also just the gacha community as a whole. So firstly, welcome in everyone, and thank you so much for the overwhelming support the past 2 days. I posted a video 2 days ago kind of talking about my experience with the first half of Zenless 2.0 and how I did not enjoy it. And honestly, guys, I did not expect that many eyes to get on it, okay? I recorded that after I finished stream because I was going to edit my VOD, and I was like, honestly, the VOD's probably not going to be as fun as I normally have it. So I just wanted to kind of explain myself a bit for my audience. and how I was feeling, because yeah, it blew up a little bit. It definitely got a lot more attention than I anticipated, but listen, it was just a rant, okay? But honestly, I was really surprised and grateful and overwhelmed by how supportive people in the comments actually are. Like I said, even now to this day, honestly, like 90% of the comments on the video are all just, people also expressing their opinions, their frustrations. Some people disagree, that's totally okay. And yeah, it made me really happy to see, because it, showed to me that there are lots of people in the gacha community and the Zenless community that are really healthy and are just kind of having a good time. So for context with that, I posted that video. It was kind of like my first time doing a talking video where I wasn't really just having a good time, and I was explaining my side a bit, and then it blew up a little bit, and then various people reacted to it. That's a brief context of the summary of the situation. If you guys want to see the video itself, it's the most recent video on my channel, so you guys can go see it there. It's called about Zenless Zone Zero 2.0, I think. And yeah, okay, was I a bit dramatic? Probably. I was, yes, sure. I was a little dramatic, okay? But I was extremely disappointed after playing it, so I don't regret posting that video at all, because that's how I felt, and honestly still how I kind of feel about that first half of the playthrough. So yeah, just... what was I gonna say? But you guys, again, being receptive to my genuine feelings makes me really relieved and less scared of expressing my opinion about things, because that is something that I have kind of struggled with for a long time, because I care a little bit too much about what other people think. So it has just made me really, really happy to see that you guys are, respectful and willing to talk about issues with the games that we enjoy as well. And that's very healthy for both us as a community and for the game itself too, because that's how we can help the games improve. So I'm personally, about my reaction, I saw a lot of comments. I saw a lot of people talking about how, it wasn't that big of a deal, how it wasn't, that much tutorial. And I actually recently watched a video today that was posted by Saranus talking about it offered me a new perspective on how I, as a content creator, kind of might treat games differently from regular audience members. And at the end of the day, yes, maybe my experience is not the exact same as someone who is just playing Zenless on the side. And normally, maybe it's a lot easier to get through that first half of the story when you can just kind of, play it at your own pace, skip through the stuff that you want. But as a CC, it is hard for me to just do that, because when I am streaming games, when I am playing games, I'm still having fun, of course. But I do have to kind of treat it a little bit differently, in the sense that I'm trying to be entertaining, right? Like, my reactions are still my reactions, but I definitely, will be more energetic, more emotive. I will maybe sometimes exaggerate a little bit here and there and put more energy into it, because I want to, give you guys a fun reaction. I want to let you guys have a fun time while watching me play through the story that you guys also love. So maybe, the story was a lot more frustrating for me because I had to play it all through in one go. But I said this earlier, and I'll say this again, but that doesn't mean that there wasn't an issue to begin with, okay? I know most people, again, were agreeing with me, so this is just mostly talking to the minority. But just because your experience wasn't the same as someone else's does not mean that their experience is any less valid. And there will always be issues in the games that we love. There will always be issues in the media that we love. And there's nothing wrong with talking about them, as long as, we talk about them in a reasonable manner. So that's kind of just all I really had to say about that for the people who were saying I was over-exaggerating. Because, guys, I was really frustrated. I was really tired. And that's why I decided to take a break. That's why I decided to take a break and come back to it today. After I finish recording this video, I will actually go be playing the story. And I'm really excited for it. So yeah. This channel as a whole is and always will be a place where I will just be trying to have a fun time playing the games that I enjoy. That helps me enjoy the games more, being able to experience it alongside you guys. And this channel never has been and never will be a drama channel. Not because I necessarily frown upon drama. I myself am also guilty of enjoying drama on the occasion, okay? Consuming drama is honestly, to be completely honest, sometimes it's really fucking entertaining, okay? What can I say? So yeah, sometimes it's fun to listen to people talk shit. But I just don't want my community to be that place, I guess, because I just don't want to have to constantly fight with people in my comments or in my chat. So if anyone is worried about me doing drama, I never will do drama, okay? Yes, if stuff pops up here and there, I will address it. But for the most part, I will just be, you know, enjoying my stuff, trying to do my own thing and having a good time, okay? So yeah, there's plenty of other CCs and communities who do drama content, and there's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. I personally don't have any issue with that. But just please don't do it in my chat. I use my games as an escape, and I just want to enjoy them in peace, and I don't want to argue. That's all. So, okay. To quickly address a few things. All right? I have a list here. Honestly, I have this entire thing written out, and I'm trying my best not to read from it, but I just wanted to gather my thoughts in a coherent manner. So, okay. Firstly, this one is honestly so ridiculous that I don't know why I'm even addressing it. Actually, no. The reason I'm addressing it is because it's really funny, but also it's really ridiculous. Was I paid to make that video by Saint Tontas? No. Was I paid to make that video by Kuro Games? No. Okay? Am I in the Wuwa CC program? Yes, just like how I am also in the Hoyo CC program and have even made ads for Hoyoverse themselves. Okay, you guys might have seen them also on YouTube and stuff. So listen, every content creator, if they're not already, will be trying to get into these programs, so pretending like it's a whole conspiracy-driven theory just because one person is critiquing a game that you might like is really ridiculous, okay? So yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. Okay, next. To the people who came here to start shit and or engage in tribalism, I generally moderate my comments section, so honestly, it'll be a waste of time. Just don't bother, okay? Constructive criticism is always welcome in my community, but if I see anyone being clearly in bad faith when commenting on my videos, I will remove your comment and ban you. So just, that's all. And this extends to shitting on other content creators as well, okay? Like them or hate them, my community is not a place for you to shit on other people. You can talk about them, sure, in respectful manners, but please take any of those like conversations, you know, hatred, things like that to other places, because I just don't want to deal with it. I just don't want to deal with it, so thank you. I would appreciate it if you could respect that. Okay, and to the people who came here because you really love Zenless and are upset by my video or whatnot, but honestly, this does apply to just people in general in the gacha space who get super upset about anything. Frankly, getting super defensive and super upset about your games and being completely unreasonable and unwilling to engage in any sort of discussion is just as bad as those you condemn. Okay? You are treating others the same way that you loathe being treated. You are attacking them just the same. I'm genuinely not trying to be condescending when I say this, but I know how this might come across. But honestly, sometimes it's okay to just take a break, okay? This personally helped me a lot when dealing with stuff I didn't like in the past and now. And just go outside, go for a walk, take a break from the monitor, take a break from the internet, and it'll help a lot. It'll help a lot. Enjoy your games how you like to enjoy them, and just block and mute others who, you know, say stuff that piss you off. It's really easy. Curate your feed and you won't have to see the stuff you hate. Don't spend energy on just, you know, hating others when you can spend that energy to enjoy your stuff instead. There's so many communities. There's so many amazing people in the Zenless community. There's so many amazing people in any game community who are just there to enjoy the game. And rather than spending time just being super hateful and just, you know, attacking others. And yes, I know this applies to a lot of people, and you might be like, okay, but we're just doing it in defense, right? I was like, oh, I'm just doing this in self-defense because they're attacking my game. Why bother? If people are going to attack your game, they're going to attack your game. They don't like your game, okay? Just block them, move on. It's so easy. It makes your life a lot more peaceful, and it's exhausting fighting all the time. Like, it's very easy to get caught up in online discourse, but don't let others ruin your experience, okay? It's easier said than done, I know. I am someone who also has to take... It is hard for me. It takes a lot of effort for me to not get upset when I am upset and to like chill out. But it is a much more enjoyable way to live. So just, you know. That's my advice. Because it has helped me a lot as well. And lastly, to honestly, most of the people you guys are watching this, because again, it was an overwhelming majority of people who were being supportive and not, you know, being crazy. I genuinely really appreciate you guys for coming here and watching my videos and also just being supportive and talking about things, because again, it makes me really happy to see that there is a vast majority of the community who is perfectly normal. Something that's very easy to forget in a lot of online spaces nowadays. And it makes me really hopeful for the future as well, because, you know, our community, I think, has for the most part always been quite open and supportive of criticism and feedback, as long as we talk about it in a reasonable manner. And it, you know, it's good and healthy for both us as people as enjoyers of the game and for the games themselves. So I really appreciate you guys coming and being so supportive in the comments. I know a lot of people were also trying to comfort me and say, you know, thank you for expressing your opinion, you know, never be afraid of being honest. And honestly, that did really resonate a lot with me, because again, I've always kind of struggled with being fully expressive with my opinions and thoughts because I care a bit too much about how I get perceived. So, you know, the fact that you guys have been so receptive to all of that has made me a lot more confident, and I am, you know, looking forward to being able to have more discussions like this in the future about, you know, the various games I do play. So thank you guys for that. You guys rock, and I really appreciate it. And yeah. So anyways, this was probably really long, but that was just like a bunch of things I wanted to express once and for all to clear the air, because I don't think I've ever made a video like this on the channel, just like laying things out. So yeah, I'm gonna be off to play the rest of the Zenless story now, 2.0, right after I finish this video. And I'm really excited because yeah, the next part is gonna be all the plot and it's gonna be a great time, so I'm hyped. I will continue playing the games I love, naysayers be damned. And yeah, so thank you everyone who is willing to stick around after all this. I really appreciate you, and thank you so much for watching this video till the end, because again, this is probably a bit long. So all I have left to say to close this off is one final reminder, I guess, to everyone, which is kind of the point of me making this video to begin with. Remember why you started playing games to begin with, okay? Have fun and never lose sight of that. Don't let others ruin your experience, and just enjoy yourself, okay? And yeah, that's all I really have to say about this entire situation. Yeah, anyways, your resident gooner is gonna go back to gooning on her favorite games. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. So yeah, bye-bye! Oh yeah, also like and subscribe. I always forget to say that, but...